4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We need 6 more. So here's what's gonna happen. I have to go trade some probably in Bloomington. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. But box 146 is gonna be interesting. We dropped this one down the stairs. Just yikes. This doesn't happen to be the one with this like really interesting foreign coin in it, is it? No. No, that would be that one. I don't know about this, but that right there is not an American coin. Yeah, this one got busted up because I was transporting them. This box. I was transporting them down these stairs right here. And I dropped it right about here. You can even see some of the things where the little pennies. Piece up there, there's a piece of the roll. I'm back, and I apologize for the late stream. I stayed a while. I'm gonna get to bed late tonight, but when do I never go to bed late? I'm not dreading this box. It's just when you drive an hour at night, you get tired. I'm not upset. I'm not sad. I'm just very tired. So if you guys are like, oh man, you sound upset. What's wrong? I'm just very tired. Okay. So, yeah, this one's going to be taking place from June 2nd to the 3rd. Let me go get box 138. Hi guys, we have a friend. I was in Champaign and I was looking at boxes, and well, this kid came up to me, and he was, well, he didn't really go up to me, but I saw him carrying out boxes of pennies. I knew exactly what this was, another collector. Is that a 1909? It might be, I don't know. These boxes might be beat up and banged up. So yeah, we're 6 boxes under the shipment. That looks like a wheat penny. It isn't. think it was just the 60s. Bicentennial under. Alright, let's get this party started. Wheat penny to begin with. 1957 Denver. Another wheat penny. 45 Philly. That'd be number 2. Oh. Ready? Ready? Oh, 9. Philly. Hello, viewer. Oh, 9. So, let me tell you how let me tell you how the shipment went. Well, let's see. I didn't get as many boxes as I did. There's a little bit of worrying thing. Is that some of these boxes failed to distribute while I was gone. So, I may be on a cooldown here. I may have to, go to a couple more chases to fuel my penny box. To fuel my penny box requirements. So not want to go anywhere else besides Champaign or Bloomington. I'm not a big fan of them. The only other big hub for these is, well, Rockford. Rockford's got a little bit of crime in it. So does Champaign. But Champaign is closer than Rockford to Bloomington. The only thing better than Champaign is that would be Chicago itself and the suburbs around it. Just not used to driving around there. Hello, viewer. How's it going? I wonder if it's gonna be that person I met at Champagne today in that chase. Any one of these viewers could be this person. Oh, here you go. Oh, 45 Philly. Number 3. Woody. Slowly but surely getting through this box. Yeah, it's almost midnight. Oh my gosh, we're gonna be here forever. That's mint. Alright, we should have 2 wheat pennies, or 10 rolls, and we should have 2 wheat pennies. We got 3, so we're doing a little bit better than average now. Ready? $51 Denver. That would be number 4. There's no 9. Ready? There's no closed any. My nose. Closing up. Not severely. Oh no, not closing up. I'm getting sniffly. I didn't take my allergy med. In there, buddy. That's an estimate. Reedy. $19.30. Philadelphia. I don't really get 30s often. But they're not rare. There's a Witty. Or by the way, there's Canadian. Hello, viewer. There's a Witty. You who I think you are? Did you meet me at Chase today? Yesterday, actually, on the 2nd of June? The one who asked my Discord. Ooh, old looking wheat penny. 35 Denver. It's a Canadian penny. That's probably a rare one. 35 Denver. I don't think many of those were made. No, that's a rare wheat penny. 47 million minted. Nice. We got a rarer wheat penny. 35 Denver. Damn. He's gotten a 35S and a Denver in the past 3 weeks. Lucky number. That's actually number 6. Nice. That's a good find. I already got one, though. 17 Philly. Hello, viewer. Oh, 9. I'm 20 out of 50 rolls, and we should have 4 wheat pennies. We got 6, so we're getting a lot. Hello, viewer. Estimate. Estimate. Woody. Oh, another Canadian. Oh, 9. A wee penny. 37 Philly. That is number 7. We're doing very good. Yay. Another 9. Yeah, I'm sorry about that one. Oh, there's 2009, another one. Oh, we're halfway through the box. We should have 5 wheat pennies, and we got 7. By the way, check this out. 35 Denver. There are only 47 million of these made. 47 million out of this. 27 billion. Rarer wheat penny. It's under that 50 million mint mark. Not extremely rare, but still. A little uncommon. Hey, we found the 35S. I actually have another. I have a 35 Denver. Just a little bit more common than that other one we found. So yeah. Yeah, that is a very nice line. Thanks for saying. Nice. Give me a second. Untangling my blanket. I just got new boxes today. I don't think some of the banks have not disseminated or distributed the boxes yet, so we might have to start finding other banks. Could go to Peoria, Illinois, but I don't want to go to Peoria. It's not a good spot. Trust me. Peoria, Illinois, I'm genuinely being serious with you. There is a shooting, a stabbing, or a robbery in Peoria at least once a week. A shooting, stabbing, robbery, or arson once a week in Peoria. I'm pretty sure 20 people were killed 1 year alone. I didn't think Peoria is as big as Bloomington or Champaign or Urbana. Bloomington, normal, urban. It is. Here, I'll rush it so I can get you another one. You know that game series I want to get myself into after I got myself into Doom? Is Wolfenstein. It looks fun. I mean, it's one of the oldest FPS games there was. I'm pretty sure there is a Wolfenstein level on Doom too. But nonetheless, Wolfenstein is developed by ID Software, which is the same people behind Doom. Okay, here you go, buddy. What? Do you like this? Oh, look at that. There's a wheat penny. And there's a Canadian. There's so many of these rolls that have a Canadian penny and then a wheat penny. 46 Philly. That would be number 8. Angelic voices. Oops. The only place, in my opinion, better to get pennies than Champaign or Urbana is Chicago. And people may know my opinion from Chicago. I don't want to go there. But maybe in the future, I would definitely give it a try. The sheer density of Chase banks, even in the suburbs of Chicago, where there's a witty, is insane. There's hundreds of them. Hundreds. Oh. But Chicago, of course, being a big city means there's big crime. And transporting money is a risky business there. But with great risks of this estimate comes a huge reward. I don't think I'm going to do it now. But maybe in the future, I'll definitely weigh my opportunities. I don't even have to go. You don't have to go into the main part of Chicago. It's just like Aurora and anything south of that, south and west. The outlines. If this was Chicago by fist, you go around the outlines, and there's just so many of them. I might have to give it a try. Wait a second, chat. I'll show you a map. Oh, excuse me. Give me a second. I'll get you a roll. Don't freak out, little bro. Look, this is Chicago. Look at that section alone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. There's like 50 of them there. That's not even the core of Chicago. There's so many of them. I would stay west of 294. Again, the biggest city I think I've driven in, well, is nothing bigger than Champaign-Urbana and Bloomington, Illinois, which both cities have 130,000 people. That could have 500,000. Of course, if you know Illinois, you may not even have to know that much of Illinois. Oh, by the way, before I continue, I should mention that we're 30 rolls in, and we should have 6 sweet pennies. We got 8, so we're doing pretty good. There's another Canadian penny. $2002. Interesting. How do you tell the difference between a wheat penny and a normal one? Oh, well, you know what? That's a very good question, sir. Wheat pennies have an interesting color to them. I want you to look closely at this. There's 2 penny colors, right? You got your bright, shiny ones, and you got your faded ones. And you got your faded ones like that, and then this. You see how... It's very hard to describe, but you see, like, how it kind of looks older? Well, first of all, I look at this. Like, look at this color. These are copper pennies. Most of them look like this. And these are zinc pennies. Most of them look like that. See them? Now, you're going to have... There's going to be... Give me a second, I'll show you. There's going to be 3 main reverses. Or should I say 4? 6 reverses, actually. And I'll show you them right now. God damn it. Sorry. And I'll get to it. So... Do I have all the 09s here? No, I don't. So, if anybody hears me say 09, I mention this because this is a bicentennial penny, which is made 200 years of Lincoln's birth. Lincoln was born in 1809. So 1909 is the 100th year, centennial, so that's the first wheat penny year. And then 09 marks a transition from this reverse to this one. So, in my hands, you got the years of, this is the year. So this is the wheat penny, made 1909 to 1958, Memorial 59 to 2008. This was made in 2009, and this was made anything 2010, and most likely stopping in 2025, marking 15 years of the shield cent, and marking 107 years of the mintage of the United States penny. So I can kind of tell the old ones, right? Most wheat pennies are this faded brown color. They look like that. You see how they're all fadey and brown, but if you're lucky, you can find a couple good ones. Like, if I open this jar, you get pretty decently lucky, you'll find some pretty good wheat pennies like this one. This one's not even the best one I've ever found, but you can definitely tell it's shiny. It's a 58 Denver, so it's like the last year of wheat penny. Actually, shouldn't say like, oh, it's like the last. It is the last year of the wheat penny. So you can automatically see if I spread out these pennies, you're gonna start seeing that there's like you could start guessing there's old ones. Like for example, yep, I see a wheat penny right now. You guys may not see it, but I do, and that doesn't mean you're stupid. It just means you may not know how to spot pennies, and that's no problem because not everybody does this hobby. Can you see the wheat penny in this video? Can you see it? Well, what I said, the 1909 and wheat pennies were struck from 1909 to 1958. And would you look at that? You got a 1945 right here. I have not even flipped this over, and bam, wheat penny. The wheat penny is called a wheat penny, of course, because it's got 2 wheat ears on the side of 1 cent, United States of America, with E pluribus unum stated at the top. Another thing you could tell the difference between wheat pennies is that if you take a memorial and you see how thick and big, E pluribus unum is horizontal. It's not curved. But if you take the wheat penny, E pluribus unum is curved at the top. So I'll show you that right now. There it is, right? So you can see it's pretty straight, but on the wheat penny, it's curved. In the United States of America is also straight, and it's at the bottom of 1 cent. That will make wheat penny number 9. You can't tell that's what this scale is for. Interesting. No. The scale is to detect copper. For example, you see this? This is a 1982. I'm going to make a short explaining this. Because not that I hate explaining it, but I like actually to do it. This is in 1982. And 1982 is an interesting year. Because you always hear me say, oh, copper, oh, zinc. You might be asking, oh, well, aren't pennies copper? Technically, yes, but also no. Like that one pirate said in the Pirates movie. Well, yes, but actually, no. From 1858 to, before 1909, we actually used bronze alloy. But, from 1909 to 1982, 1730, we used copper in our pennies. We still do, but the amount of copper in the weight of penny is 90% of the weight. So the actual weight of the penny is 3.1 grams. Now if we times this by 3.1, just times this by 0.9. And each copper penny contains 7.8 roughly grams of copper. In 1982, the government was getting annoyed of striking copper pennies because copper was getting expensive. So they switched to zinc, which is way cheaper. Like literally, you see these? These are all zinc pennies. Listen to the difference. See these copper? And then I pick these ones up. And the reason this sounds different is because those pennies are far lighter. Copper pennies weigh 3.1 grams and zinc pennies weigh 2.5. Now this is an 89, far past the transition year, but there was an issue on these pennies where they were struck in copper, but they're extremely rare. This rarity has caused 89 coppers to become very valuable. And so just in case to see if I have one, I check. Now, you heard me mention the year 1982. You see, I sniffed out the coppers because the coppers are actually worth 3 times their value. What the hell? Is there bismuth on this penny or some sort of metallic amalgam? A bit. the copper pennies are valuable. So they get sifted out and they get thrown into another box. They get counted and put into the database, and then they get merged with there's an estimate, the hundreds of other copper pennies that I have. I have over $1,000 in them. So 1982 is a transition year. Some 1982s are coppers and zinc. So, for example, by the way, 82s are the most common penny year ever. In 1982, 10 billion pennies were struck. Let me repeat this. 10 billion. No other year has had that many coins. And perhaps because of that, I wouldn't be surprised to say that the year with the most amount of coins struck might just be 1982 entirely. Here's 1982. I can tell you that this is most likely copper. She's shucking on here. And it's 3.1 grams, so it's copper. If it's 2.5 grams, it's zinc. And it gets rejected because the zinc ones are trash. You can melt them with a lighter. And I've seen my coworkers do it. Zinc pennies do not last long. Look at this. Like, let me find you some decent... See this? You'd say this is an old wheat penny. Or maybe even an old wheat penny. That's an old memorial. Well, guess what? This penny, excess penny, do you get to piss people off by painting pennies? Well, no, but I've had opportunity to do so. I'll tell you what I do for them in a second, everybody. This penny is made in 1994. This penny was made in 1946. Look at the difference. This is copper. Copper lasts almost forever. I found pennies going back to the 1800s in pretty decent condition that are way better than most of the zinc pennies I find in circulation today. Now, to answer that question, what happens to all the spare pennies? They are fabricated into rolls and they're retraded into banks. For example, today, or actually I should say on the 2nd of June, so technically yesterday, I did this. I actually traded the rolls with banks. This allows me to sort more pennies faster. I used to only search 2 boxes a day, but now I can search 1. Now, another thing you ask, do you need scales to tell what wheat pennies are? No, you don't. Unless a wheat penny is very badly degraded. And wheat pennies that are really, really badly degraded, like when you find them, it is very hard to find them badly degraded to a certain degree. When I say badly degraded, I mean like the date can't be seen, and it's almost undistinguishable from a normal penny. Like, it looks so beat up. I've found very few. Like, this is a wheat penny. You might be saying, oh, this is beat up. No, I've seen worse. I've seen wheat pennies that were bent. I've seen wheat pennies with holes drilled in them. I've seen so much variety of damage. I've seen wheat pennies that look like they just came off the mill, and ones that look like they came out of the war. Most wheat pennies, unfortunately, have faded to this chocolate color, but if you're very lucky, you'll find a couple. Or no, I should say, if you're lucky, you'll find a couple. I'm gonna start going through my grandma's collection. That's good. If you go for Wheaties, I would definitely look up a thing called mycoinguides.com, and they have a mintage chart of every single coin in existence. And I gather them all up in the one thing. I have a spreadsheet that's like really good, and I should publish it to my channel because I have every coin in U.S. history put on there, and it's divided into each mint. If your grandma has a collection, there's a chance that she might have some pretty good shit. I swear, it doesn't matter. Old people have good stuff because they were in the good generation of coin collecting. I mean, they had access to, I mean, look at me as a kid, right? Let's say I have access to pennies that were made almost 100 years ago. Now you gotta think they had access to coins that were made 100 years ago. Imagine right now, there's an 09. And I know this day's gonna come. One day, the shield pennies are gonna be worth a lot of money. I'm not saying this could happen in like my lifetime, not at all. Like imagine like 1,000 years from now, people are gonna be like, "Oh my god, that's a shield penny! That's a shield penny! Oh my gosh!" And it's like 1,000 years before I'm here. I'm like, yeah, they're everywhere. Bury a cache of shield pennies in my yard. Archaeologists find them. Whoa, that's the largest cache of shield pennies, even though in our time they were everywhere. Yeah, you gotta think, back in the Roman period, their money was very common. Now it's very rare. Honestly, that sounds weird, but I don't know if I'd ever go to Chicago without a lot of penny boxes. Hell, if I had like $1,000 in pennies, or if I had like, I think I'd start going if I had like 2,000 or more. When I get, if I get a job in the wind turbine industry, which I should, I'm definitely going to try to start saving up a lot of money in pennies. I'm going to try not to let them go. I'm going to try to gross many more. Because here's what we're going to do, guys. I don't know when we're going to do it. It could be 2020. I want to see if I can do it in 2027 or 2028. Here's what's going to happen. I want to go to the West Coast. And hopefully they still sell pennies by then. And we're going to buy... Oh, there's a Canadian penny. We're going to buy so many boxes of pennies. Because there's things called districts. California has the best penny boxes, in my opinion. Because they have a higher chance of getting the 1909 VDBS. There's a word. The rarest wheat penny ever struck. That wheat penny, for example, in this condition, is worth $900. It's funny how it's like I'm buying all this machinery to try to help me find the coins, when the two machines I bought to wrap my rolls are more expensive than that penny. I've only seen one, and it was in a store. And maybe it's stupid, but I should have bought it. That, the 1909, is estimated to have a population of 20,000. Now, that sounds like a lot, but I want you to imagine this. That 35 Denver was made 47 million times. At most, that 1909 VDBS was made 484,000 times. There are 848,000 of those pennies. That is abysmally low. Even for standards back then. Today, it is the lowest minted Lincoln cent. There's another Canadian penny. It is the lowest minted Lincoln cent ever struck. Like, of like non-errored ones. Like, just varieties. It's the rarest penny. However, you have to be noted that people fake them all the time. '09 VDBSs are extremely rare. I want to put this in perspective. Yes, I am not capping. This is box 100. This is my 138th box. 138th box. I've been searching pennies for 2.5 years. And I've only seen one 1909. And it wasn't even a VDB. That was 2.5 years. If I search at one box a day, I could be going as far as 11 years. 11 years. Anywhere between 11 in 200 years it would take me to get it. Oh, there's a wheat penny. Imagine it's 1999 VDBS. It's a 46 Denver. I'm sorry. There's another wheat penny. 46 Denver and a 52 Denver. That would be number 10 and 11. Nice. We reached box average. I'm gonna rest my eyes. Yeah, my eyes need resting. I'm gonna take my shower after this. I'm gonna go to bed. It's almost 1 in the morning. I'm 19. I don't have a bedtime, but I still like to get my sleep. S-Mint. If anybody's wondering, I should have roughly 3,600 wheat pennies by now. 1,011, or I'd say 1,100 of them were purchased. 1,000 of them were purchased by my dad. I try to find as many as I can. I don't buy them. I rarely buy them. Because I want to have as many of them found by me as possible. That I see as a bragging right. 10 more rolls, people. 40 rolls in, and we should have 8 wheat pennies. We got 11. So we hit box average of 10. And there's another one right there. 46 Philly, another one. That would be number 12. Good find. Another 09. But another, I have a very easy penny for you guys to collect. Entire collection of is memorial pennies. Up to 17 Philadelphia. Memorial pennies are very easy. I bet you if you crack open a box, you'll find every single one. And another variety to collect is the 2009 sub-series of pennies. There's 4 designs across 6 mints. Or no, 6. Wish there would be 6 mints. That be collecting them would be a nightmare. 2 mints. So there's 8 of them. 4 designs across 2 mints. Now, the wheat penny. You're wondering, okay, collect the wheat penny years. It's actually very easy. No, it's not. You're going to fill the 40s. You're going to fill the 50s. But then you're going to start learning why the wheat penny folder is a very difficult one to fill. Oh, there's a bicentennial ender. No, 9. There it is. For example, the 1910s, 20s, and early 30s are rare with the mint marks. S-Mint. Like everything from the 1930s up, mint marked, if they're not S-Mint, is pretty rare. Like that 35 Denver, I knew it was rare. It was 47 million struck. They're very difficult to find. You'll find the 35 Philadelphia variants, but you'll barely even find the S or D variants. You gotta have some good luck to find them. They're not impossible to find, but if you get your devotion to it, you will find one. Difficult years to find are 32s, 33s, and 1922s. And 1909s are pretty uncommon to find. I've only found one naturally. Another Canadian cent. A lot of Canadian pennies today. Another Canadian penny. $3.45. Yikes. Another 09. Those rolls on screen are the rolls we got left. Ain't got that many. But tomorrow morning I plan on getting another box. So if you want to see it, I'll be online. I need to start streaming video games again because I'm just at a good streak. I need to get some work done. Or S-Mint. For a second there, it looked like that S-Mint was upside down. No Wheaties here, I don't think. Oh, 09. Now, I'll say the best place to search from is District 12. Now, what the hell do I mean District 12? Do I mean like that one movie with District 9 and shit like that? No. District 12 is a Federal Reserve District. I'm in Illinois, or should I say I'm in Central Illinois. The Bloomington area. I live in District number 7, G7. A1, B2, C3, D4, E5, no, F5, no, E5, F6, J7, H8, G7, no, G7, H8, I9, H10, K11, and L12. Go find a $1 bill, and go look at the number that's on the left, or the letter that's on the left. Go right from an A to a K. The bills that are printed with G's come from my state. Well, they're going to be printed and they're going to be shipped to my state's reserve. And once that happens, it's going to be distributed. My state is by districting. So that means that I got 2 districts in my state. Oh, there's S-Mint. I have District H8 and H8 and I9. No, I'm stupid, not I9. It's G7. G7 and H8. On my YouTube channel, I actually show a video where I went into the Reserve Building. One of the most powerful banks in the entire world. The St. Louis Fed, where I went in, has $105 billion in assets. If you don't know what a Federal Reserve Bank is, think about a bank on steroids. Well, you might be wondering, okay, where do the banks get their money? Well, the Federal Reserve is a bank for banks. For example, a bank is a bank for you. A Federal Reserve is a bank for the banks. They store shitloads of money. I mean, the St. Louis Fed has 10 million bills in and out of that building every single day. Extremely high security. Metal detectors, armed guards, etc. When you go into the Fed, it is... Oh, 17 felony. If you go into the St. Louis Fed, and by the way, if you ever are in St. Louis, go to the Fed. It's free. The parking is not free, though, but the entry is free. And you get free money. Well, it's shredded, though. They actually hand out shredded money at the end. Oh, isn't there a Wheatie? 51 Denver. Not bad. That'd be number 13. Yeah, you know it's funny? Kind of not funny, but not funny. When me and my mom were going to the Federal Reserve, we have a bullet, a 50 caliber round that is diffused, but it's actually etched with the death date and name of one of our relatives that died of cancer. And they found it, and they're like, oh, what's this? They're like, oh, it's a thing. Like, they were totally cool about it. I'm like, Mom, you brought a 50 caliber round into the most, or one of the most secure buildings in the entire country. Like, you brought a disarmed 50 cal into the Federal Reserve of St. Louis. They were totally cool. They let us keep it. They knew it was disarmed. Yeah, nothing like walking into one of the most protected, most sophisticated, most, guarded banks. Give me a second. With this bad boy. Yeah. United States Marine Corps. Yeah, he served in the Marine Corps. He passed of cancer in 2023. I heard a Canadian penny. Where is it? There it is. 09. I'm not gonna get too much details, but my yeah, that relative, he smoked. Smoked and smoked every day. Got cancer, and there's 209s. You passed. I'm gonna tell you a lesson. Anybody, kids, adults, teenagers, I'm gonna tell you one thing. And I want you to take this to your grave. And I'm being totally serious. Never effing smoke. Not once. You will get hooked. Your finances will become horrible. And you will die a slow, agonizing death. I remember every couple years I would go see him. He was slowly going, man. No cigarette will be worth more than your loved ones or your life. Trust me on that. Anyway, we got this roll and one more left. I don't know if here's a witty. Last roll. Oh, no. Lucky wheat penny. But we did find a good amount of wheat pennies. Alright, we're done. Thanks for watching. We're going to record these and count them into the database, and then we will stop. And we will do, excuse me, box. 1, 3, 9 tomorrow. Screw this. I'm not even gonna do this for tonight. I'm gonna do the summary tomorrow. When you guys join my stream, I will be doing the summary of the day's search immediately. Yeah, we need to stop. Okay, I'm done. See you guys tomorrow on box number 139. Thanks for watching.